Look. There goes the way up. Oh, nice rain. Oh, very nice. Oh, very nice. Is it old? Oh my god! Let's go! Epic rainbow of fire. Thank you.
They filmed Once Upon a Time in Hollywood here.
Yeah.
Okay, we're far enough away I can start to talk to you guys now. Did you see the filming crew for Quantum Leap over at Old Mexico sets? Now, the Old Mexico and 6 Points were the same ones that Quentin Tarantino used in his last movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So see if you can find the same exact area in Quantum Leap that was used in the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Watch both of them compare and see if you can recognize it. That's exactly what we have going on right there. Now, not only do we have the Old West and the south of the border, we also have across the ocean here at Universal Studios. That's where we're headed next. We're going to go to Little Europe. These are pretty old sets. These date back to the late silent film era. Phenomenal silent film called The Hunchback of Notre Dame, a Lon Chaney Sr. filmed here. In 1930, Universal's first Best Picture winning movie, All Quiet on the Western Front, filmed on these streets. Now, that's the original one, not the Netflix one that just came out, which is also really good as well. But you may recognize this. Everyone wave at Brogan and his nice hat. Hi, Brogan. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Some of you might recognize this from a phenomenal NBC show called The Good Place with Ted Danson and Kristen Bell.
You, Eleanor Shellstrop, are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife, come on. I have never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Okay, well, maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
I encourage you to check out The Good Place. It's still on most streaming platforms. The area to our right-hand side is called Our Court of Miracles. That is where the original monsters got their start. Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, The Invisible Man, all filmed down here beginning in 1931 and going into the 1950s. Without the success of those early monsters, we wouldn't have the scary movies that we have today. There would be no Michael Myers without Dracula and Bela Lugosi and Frankenstein, played by Boris Karloff. Now, these sets kind of arrive for one movie coming out here, building it. We like it so much, we keep it. The same exact thing is true for Soundstage 50. This has been around for a few decades. First came out to be actually a theme park attraction in one of the Beverly Hills cop movies with Eddie Murphy, but we like the look of it so much that we've kept it inside of here. This is one of our special effects stages. It's also very unique because it does have a second floor. Most movie sets that we build are only one floor with no ceiling because we need to hang those big bright lights. But As you can see, this does have a second floor above us. Bones, Dimly Deschanel, and David Boreanaz used this as Washington, D.C. about 10 years ago.
He looks very upset.
When I talked to him, she said, "I
They've since redecorated it to San Francisco. You can see a sign that says "Welcome to San Francisco" on the right. I see some pavement. What's that? There's a whole building there. Oh, you know what that was? Yeah, it's an earthquake. All right, that's a sizable one. So maintain, stay seated, arms and legs inside. Everything is under control, except for that. On the left, that's okay. Everyone can panic and scream, panic and scream. There you go. Don't touch that. That's fire. Don't touch that. Well, at least you can see the second floor. That's kind of cool. Oh man. What's this up here? Floor's breaking up. That's not good. This might be the big one. Have you ever heard the theory that Los Angeles is just going to break apart and fall in the ocean? Mike, I can't swim. Uh-oh. That's not good. Train's here. Woo. All right, anyone fall out? No, we're good. We're good. Oh, no. The water main broke. Nice job everyone here to survive this simulated 8.3 earthquake up there. I'm going to have to come back off the microphone and I'm going to play this video without sound, but you can see what that earthquake looked like in that episode of
I like to.
And then on your side, you can get to see the actual
Oh, it's drained.
wait.
They're repairing it.
Yeah. It was completely drained the other day on the side. But it looks like that's
We're now entering our more residential neighborhoods here at Universal Studios back on Elm Street to the left-hand side. You see that mustard-colored house with the green roof? That was Boo Radley's house. To Kill a Mockingbird, Never Have I Ever, Parenthood, Monk. Various television shows and movies have used that street. But a very famous house to our right, this is the Chicken Ranch in Vestal House in Texas with Dolly Parton and Laybert Reynolds. The Halloween episode of Quantum Leap actually debuted not too long ago. That actually filmed inside this chicken ranch here. Notice the difference between the full practical set of the house and their facade neighbor, right? So most of the sets that we built are just facades because your imagination's going to fill in the rest. To our left-hand side, a whole nother neighborhood of houses that is currently closed because Ted with Seth MacFarlane and Scott Grimes is currently utilizing that street. That is the same one that was seen in The Burbs with Tom Hanks and Carrie Fisher. It was also seen as Wisteria Lane in ABC's Desperate Housewives. Why him with Bryan Cranston? Thousands of commercials and episodes of television show, and that's also where Davey lived in Never Have I Ever. So constantly, you're going to see the same movie sets here at Universal Studios time and time again. We allow the productions to come in here and change whatever they want to, so that way people don't recognize it from one movie into the next. But this area, this never changes, right? It always looks this way because, while Universal Studios is one of the only movie studios to have untouched land like this. So anytime you need to go to the forest, you don't. You come to Universal. Film off the side of the road, it's like you're in the middle of nowhere. There was a phenomenal Netflix movie with Sandra Bullock called The Bird Box. She's all blindfolded with boy and girl looking for the campsite. That all happened to the side of the road on the left-hand side. They make it seem as if she's days and days into the forest. No, she's 5 feet away from the road the entire time. Makes it a little bit easier when you have the amenities of our movie studio. Now, just around the corner, we have even more picture cars that I get to show you. The red double-decker bus was featured in a couple episodes of Arrested Development with Jason Bateman. The green Mini Cooper in front of it, that is Mr. Beans. Rowan Atkinson. A lot of these are from Fast and Furious movies, including the Dodge Charger. That is the hero car. That is Dominic Toretto's Dodge Charger. Mystery Machine with Scooby and the gang. You can see the yellow and black Camaro there in the back. That is Bumblebee. And there was that white Ford that kind of stuck out that doesn't really look like the other ones. That actually belongs to a lady named Marion Crane. Marion actually went missing a few days ago. She parked it there, went around the corner, and was last seen checking into the Bates Motel. Yes, welcome to the iconic Bates Motel in Psycho House up at the top of the hill from Alfred Hitchcock's hit thriller, Psycho. The construction you see in front of it is left over from our Halloween Horror Nights event, just ended earlier this week. And I will let you know the motel is actually from one of the sequels, Psycho 3, because in the original, Alfred Hitchcock didn't build a motel. It was mostly just a facade. You remember what I was saying? Just the fronts of the buildings? You rarely ever watch the actor go into the motel, so they just built a wall and painted most of the doors. All the interiors were inside of sound stages, like the ones we passed a little bit earlier. But this house, this is the original house. In fact, I believe the original occupant is still here. Yep. Norman's on the front porch. Do me a favor, this guy's really weird. Don't look him in the eye, I'll do all the talking. Alright, he lives here with his mother. Hi, Norman. How you doing? You look a little, worried. What's going on? What are you doing? Oh. That's horrible. No, he's coming down the stairs. Okay, eject on car 4. Eject on car 4. No, we're good. I wouldn't leave you. I would leave you, but it's alright. We're gonna head on into one of the most impressive and largest movie sets ever constructed. Welcome to the plane crash set from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds, starring Tom Cruise, Dakota Fanning, and Justin Chatwin. Using a real 747 aircraft, production designer Rick Carter and Steven Spielberg brought this scene to life unlike anything we've ever seen before this. Here they are talking about that one.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Steven had.
When we first began to sit down to talk about the War of the World, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep that on me. Listen, now listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Okay. I'm closed?
Mommy.
Robbie, get in. Get in.
The plane itself only cost $60,000, but the shipping cost them $260,000. Once all said and done, a couple $1 million went to go into that set to create that scene. You see the movie less than 5 minutes. But Steven Spielberg loves the Universal Studios tour, so rather than cleaning all that up and throwing it away, he donated it to the studio tour, and that's why we get the opportunity to drive through that. Another set donated to the studio tour that is much more recent is what we're going through next. Welcome to Jupiter's Claim from Jordan Peele's Nope.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Juke Park. Over there, look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Sheriff. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Well, I do. A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live anymore. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of a gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of a UFO hotspot. Welcome to the world of no.
Yeah, we better get on out of here before anything happens. So I encourage you to check out Jordan Peele's Nope. It is available on demand on Peacock, and I believe it's actually going to be placed onto the streaming platform later on this month. Now, take a look over to the right. You see that giant blue wall off there in the distance? It's kind of rare that we get to point this out anymore because of everything that's going on over here. Now, that is an area called Falls Lake. Falls Lake has seen some of the largest and most impressive movie sets and scenes of all time. Specifically, there was this scene in the movie Sully with Tom Hanks.
Evacuate.
Now, what you see on your screens of plane people in water, they are all real, but this city and sky in the background, that's the big blue wall that we saw back there. It's a big green screen is what it is. Bright blue and bright green are the only two colors that do not naturally appear in human skin. So a computer can select that and leave everything in front of it and then replace whatever image you want to behind it. It has a basin and water in front of it, which has been around for decades. That's where Norman hid the cars in Psycho back in the 1960s. But then in the late 1980s, the wall was built for the sequel to Jaws called Jaws the Revenge. And this one, it wasn't a green screen though, it was a big mural. They actually painted those clouds on. Big blockbuster movies like Jurassic Park 3, Hunger Games Catching Fire, Jurassic World, Apollo 13 filmed there with Ron Howard directing. And even this year's biggest movie up to date, Top Gun Maverick, filmed out in front of that wall as well. Now, due to some technical difficulties, we are going to have to bypass the Fast and Furious Supercharged there. If you guys have any questions about that, I'd be happy to answer. Just come on over to me. We are going to get you back into the theme park at this time. So thank you all so much for coming into the world-famous studio tour. It's always a pleasure sharing it with you all. If you have not already, be sure to download the official Universal Studios Hollywood app. I'll give you showtimes, wait times, up to the minute park information. Be sure to check out our two shows today, the special effects show and the Animal Actors show. They have special showtimes for you all on that app. Also be sure to check out our newest attraction, The Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash, and confirm that the park is open until 6 p.m. tonight. Like I said, if anyone has any questions whatsoever, I'll be standing over towards the side. Go over to the goofy looking guy with the mustache and glasses. I look like this. That'll be me. Come on over. On behalf of our driver Mike, myself, and everyone here at NBC Universal, thank you so much. Check out the Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA. Y'all picked an absolutely beautiful day to come here, too. Missed the rain, it's nice and clear, a little chilly, that's all right. Still stay hydrated, it sneaks up on you.